We are now just 77 days away from the official release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, that is all set and ready to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, today is Force Friday, a big day to be a Star Wars fan, as a lot of the merchandise related to The Rise of Skywalker is actually being revealed hour by hour as we go throughout this day. Now, on top of all of this, we do know that J.J. Abrams aims to make The Rise of Skywalker the darkest Star Wars film there is, within this massive saga that started back in 1977. And that really is very ambitious of J.J. Hopefully he can pull it off, and hopefully it's going to resonate with fans around the world. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, as well as one of the set leaks, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that it's described that during the rewrites of the film, during the months of November and December of 2018, is when George Lucas was significantly involved with the adjustments of the second and third acts of the movie, where it's explained that George and J.J. Abrams worked very close with each other to also restructure the end of the third act. It's explained that one of the sequences planned is said to involve Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker, where it's explained that Hayden would be based inside of Palpatine's throne room, where it's explained that during a battle between Kylo Ren and Palpatine, it's explained that Sidious would see a brief apparition of Anakin Skywalker, helping both Rey and Kylo Ren from the netherworld of the Force, where the appearance of Anakin is said to appear far older in design, as if he is in his mid-70s, with a hood over his head in black and brown Jedi robes. It's described that the scene is said to be very powerful as a moment between Kylo, Palpatine, and Anakin, where Hayden was said to deliver lines of dialogue related to the first Skywalker and, of course, the passage of the Wills, from the Journal of the Wills to Rey and Kylo Ren in the scene to help them. The sequence is also said to introduce a brand new theme by John Williams in this particular moment. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, the thing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this movie is, of course, going to be introducing new types of Star Wars lore. We're talking about everything related to the Jedi, the Sith, and the Force in general. So this particular scenario is actually said to involve a moment portrayed by Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker, where we have Anakin Skywalker delivering a passage of the Wills from the Journal of the Wills in order to help both Rey and Kylo Ren during their battle against Palpatine. Now, what I love so much about the Wills is that this is, of course, a major component of the Star Wars franchise that was actually created by George Lucas back in 1977, which really is good news because it tells us that, they're really trying to insert a lot of George's original ideas, and in fact, the original version of Episode 7, George wanted the Wills to be a major part of that story that Disney denied. That is now going to be a part of Episode 9, which I honestly think is good news because the Wills, at the end of the day, really is basically the Force itself. They are the ones who created the galaxy and the universe as we know it in the Star Wars franchise, so these godlike beings really are massive to the franchise. Now, Anakin Skywalker, portrayed by Hayden, is also said to deliver a passage of the first Skywalker to both Anakin and Rey while fighting Sidious, and Sidious himself, at a certain point in time, is actually said to see the apparition of Anakin at a certain point in time in the third act of Episode 9. So, apart from all of this, what's also really exciting about this particular scene is that, of course, we have the Force ghost of Anakin appearing different, as if he's in his mid-70s. So it's kind of like taking Sebastian Shaw and mixing him with Hayden Christensen into one being. And I'm not quite sure how a lot of fans would really react to that. I myself, however, I will say that I really do respect doing something different and new, but at the same exact time, not quite sure if an older Force ghost will really fit the overall narrative of The Rise of Skywalker. We'll have to wait and see exactly how that's going to be used on the big screen and whether or not Disney and Lucasfilm are going to be able to pull it off correctly. Now, like I've always said before in the past, this film really is the definition of it's like poetry, it rhymes. Especially to the original ideas of Return of the Jedi, where George Lucas wanted the Force Ghost to intervene and help Luke Skywalker as Palpatine was basically trying to kill him with Force lightning. Originally Obi-Wan and Yoda were set out to actually protect Luke inside of the throne room, and now it seems like that they're doing that exact type of thing here, except kind of making it a little bit different with Anakin Skywalker instead. So the other piece that I do want to go over that I think a lot of fans are going to enjoy as well is, of course, a particular scenario that involves a moment in which Kylo Ren and Rey form an alliance to basically try and destroy Palpatine once and for all. So you can really see what they're trying to do with Episode 9. You know, Palpatine really is going to be the way of justifying the alliance between these two characters and how they're going to form as a team to go up against this greater evil. And I think that's a very clever idea by JJ. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to